What is the strength and what is the disadvantage of our daily thinking? We now know that every behavior is anchored in our programmed brain. However, there is another conditioning that has been discovered only fairly recently, namely neuroplasticity. This is the ability of neural networks in our brain to change through growth and reorganization. According to Dr. Norman Doidge, a psychiatrist and psychoanalyst, the discovery that our brain is plastic is the discovery of more than 400 years of neurological research. With this discovery, we now know that we can influence our brain, our programming, through our behavior, our thoughts, and imagination. Every time we do, think, or imagine something, this information is not only added to our programmed brain, a network of neurons also develops in our neocortex, which start working together to perform that action with less effort the next time. Driving a car is of course difficult the first time, but repetition of the corresponding actions ensures well-cooperating neural networks, making everything we learn increasingly easier and costs less energy and thinking space. The disadvantage of this process is that pre-existing neural networks in our brain, for example from unhealthy lifestyle patterns, want to stop change and want to hold on to habitual behavior. Fortunately, it has now been discovered that these neural networks are flexible and that we can build new networks and weaken old ones. Whereas 20 years ago, it was thought that our brain had grown and developed at the age of 25 to 30 years, we now know that this remains flexible until the end of our lives. The development of our brain depends on how we live, what we imagine, and how we think. So it is good to become aware of what is going through your head, because what we believe in largely determines what we can do and what initiatives we'll take. What science has already given us is that, as Joe Dispenza, known for What the Bleep Do We Know, offers us in his book, You Are the Placebo, we can influence our physical chemistry with our thinking. We humans can activate a stress response with our thinking. Stress creates a chemical mix of up to 1,200 substances in our body. And for many, this leads to a chronic negative situation. Negative emotions and the chronic circulation of cortisol in our body are the result, with all the negative consequences that entails. Yet we can also use that placebo effect to our advantage. If we know that our thinking causes a chain reaction, and if we start thinking more about how we want to live and what we want to feel, if we recognize which beliefs and thoughts belong to the past but don't necessarily want to take into the future, we'll have more control over our thinking. And from our control room, we can let our conscious brain, the programmed brain, and conditioning system work to our advantage. And if we feel happier, have more positive thoughts, then our body makes hormones and other substances that make our body and our resistance stronger. Finally, in this chapter, a short explanation about the difference between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. Mindsets are our beliefs and our belief about our traits. If you believe that those traits are unchangeable, we call it a fixed mindset. If you believe that you can develop your lifestyle and characteristics, then you're more on the growth mindset side. Everyone is born with a growth mindset. As a child, you see opportunities and possibilities everywhere. You go on an adventure and learn a lot. You've never done anything like this before, so you think you can do it. Later, most of us develop a fixed mindset. For example, through negative experiences or criticism. You come to believe that you have no talent, see obstacles everywhere, or prefer to play it safe. You become less and less eager to take on new challenges because they'll be too difficult or too scary. You give yourself all kinds of reasons why you can or cannot do something. Phrases such as, I can't, I'm too weak for it, or I suppose it runs in the family are increasingly used. The fixed mindset gets stronger and stronger the more we stick to our behavior and keep using these arguments. In this way, we also unconsciously develop a fixed lifestyle mindset. What we've learned solidifies, as it were, in our pre-programmed brain. Carol S. Dweck, a psychology professor at Stanford University and known for her theory of motivation and the growth mindset, has repeatedly shown in more than 10 years of research that people with a little more knowledge about how the brain functions can change from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset. With this program, we offer the right knowledge so that you too can develop from a fixed lifestyle mindset to a growth lifestyle mindset. What can we learn from this? Everything we believe in about ourselves developed in ourselves. Consciously evoke positive emotions in you every day, such as thinking about what you're grateful for every day. Be mindful of any fixed thoughts. In the next chapter, more about the mind reset and how we can develop from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset.